Okay, gamers. This is a hard drive, and I've had this for 10 years. It's got almost 10 years worth of content on, like files and photos and things. And it's dead. This is the hard drive as it comes up on the computer. It comes up raw because Windows and basically any computer doesn't know how to read it. Something's gone wrong with the little bit of data on the drive, explaining to the computer how to interpret the data. That's not good because I'm losing all of my data this way. It's all still on there. It's not like it's lost any of the data. The data's still all there. It just can't be read. I was going to use this software, PhotoRec, to recover the data, but then I found that the software actually looks for specific files. And basically it means that if your file isn't any one of these, it's not going to recover it. That's not great, because I'm recovering basically an entire hard drive. This isn't going to work out. I need to just blanket copy everything. That's when I realized that really I shouldn't be looking up copy, I should be looking up the word clone. Because that's actually what we're doing. We're cloning a drive from one drive to another. We're cloning the hard drive. And that's when I realized I already have software installed to do this. The best part of all of this is the folder that has all of my thumbnails in. This means that it can actually read all of the files. It's a better video. It can actually read everything. It's just not interpretable. So the crazy plan I have, I'm going to take this hard drive that I got a little while back. It's a 1TB Samsung HDD. I'm going to take this, I'm going to stuff it inside of here. This is a hard drive enclosure. There's a 2TB Seagate. I got this off of AliExpress last year when I was upgrading my laptop. That's the old laptop hard drive. It's got high storage, but because it's HDD, it's very slow. So I stuck it in a drive, and I call it a secondary hard drive. These are fantastic, by the way. These drives are sometimes 30 quid on Amazon, 30 Great British pounds, and this is less than a fiver. So you could get yourself a full terabyte of storage for way cheaper than companies like Seagate will sell you a hard drive. Let me show you. I've gone on Amazon and I've just selected a hard drive from a couple respectable companies, big names, reliable companies, and you see they're 50 quid at least. That's the one I've got, and it's £70. It was not £70 when I bought it, it was 30. These are some expensive drives. Meanwhile, that's an old format, I think? That's 3.5 inch. That's larger. But let me show you. Here we have a £36 Seagate hard drive. And here we have a less than £4 hard drive case. So for less than £40, you're basically making a £10 profit for the exact same hardware. Now the first step is obviously to break the seal on this. It's in a static bag. It says it here, static shield bag. I'm gonna have to break the seal on this. I wasn't planning to use this so soon, but I was planning on coming up with a sort of hard drive to archive things onto. But I guess that's what this is going to be. Going forward, I think I'm going to defrag a lot of my drives more often. But I'm going to have to get this out, whack it in the external enclosure that I showed you. By the way, here's the recent upgrade to the setup since last time. This might have actually bricked my, this might have actually been what's corrupted my drive. Cut it open. Oh boy. I've broken the seal on it since I got it. my god, this thing feels incredible. This is a Samsung 1TB hard drive. I'm just gonna throw it into the enclosure I just showed you. Then I'm gonna format it, and then we're gonna clone the old drive, and we're gonna see from there. And it's done. And now we're gonna plug it in and set up the clone. Now the obvious concern here is that this is a 10-year-old hard drive. I've had this thing since 2015, and it's starting to back up now, which is probably a sign that chances are I probably just screwed something up. Probably my own mistake. Oops. So we got a red and a blue light. There's the blue. Let me just go and format this quickly. I think this drive packing up was my fault. I think I stuffed something up. These things are generally good, hopefully. You see I got this new drive here. It's completely unallocated because there's no partition on it. But you'll see it's the same size as the 1TB drive that I'm trying to fix. So whack a simple volume on here. Oh, that's grayed out. I couldn't see that. It wants me to initialize it first. Oh, right, I remember this. This came up when I was setting up Windows in a couple videos ago. I had to reinstall Windows, and you have to mention whether you want an MBR or a GPT. GPT is a modern version, so I'm just going to do that. There we are. And now we can do a simple volume. Like this. Yes. Ooh, let me check quickly whether I want NTFS or FAT32. Okay, so this is PC Mag. They're basically saying FAT32 is limited to 4GB files. And yeah, if you're doing a video, that's not going to do very well. Huawei says that NTFS is faster, and that again 4GB limit. And Reddit basically just calls it a necessary improvement. So yeah, we're going NTFS. We have 2 raw. Okay. Okay. Please don't break anything, please don't break anything, please don't break anything. Okay, I think it was only doing that because I had the cloning software open, so it was reading the drive technically. Okay, so the cool thing about this software is it's telling me exactly how much data I have on here to copy, and it tells me that it used to be NTFS. So, I guess we'll click start. And remember guys, spectacles, switch to wallet and watch. Okay, it is here. It is copying. It's gonna take an ungodly amount of time, but thankfully I don't have work in the morning. So I'm gonna go eat a donut and pray. It is almost 10:30 PM. And I've still got another 8 hours left on this. I'm gonna leave people with a word of warning. If you're gonna do this like me, don't do it through a USB hub. What you want to do is you want to plug it straight into the computer, because this data is going from one drive to the hub to the computer, back through the hub, back to a drive. Whereas it could just go from the computer drive. It's much quicker and it's much easier. Listen, my hard drive, my daily driver, the hard drive that I keep everything on might die, but you're still getting an upload every Friday. Alright, it's done. Let's test. Is it good to read? Oh no. Okay, so it's just copied over the damaged part as well. Okay, I'm gonna take a bit of a gamble. I'm gonna use Checkdisk to see if I can fix this. We've got 2 copies of the data anyway, so if one goes kaput, I can just copy it again. We're gonna see if Checkdisk works. Otherwise, I think I might have just stuffed up. I think what I needed to do was copy the data, not clone it, because cloning seems to have brought over the problem with the drive not being read. I mean, it's done all of this already. Not sure if it's gonna fix anything there. Ooh. It's doing something. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Holy flip! We're back in business. We are back in business. Okay, so let's reread this quickly. I think the problem was it was in read-only mode, but I didn't specify to fix the errors. I saw something here a second ago. It was really interesting. I just need to try and find text. Windows has made corrections, no further action is required. Correcting errors in the master file table. I thought it was that was wrong. I thought it was the master file table. Remember I said earlier, it was last night, as of me recording this, or yesterday, I was saying that there's like a little bit of data on the drive that points to all of the files on the hard drive, and I think that was what was corrupted, the master file table. Something's gone wrong with the little bit of data on the drive, explaining to the computer how to interpret the data. I think that was it. The master file table was the problem, and we fixed it now, which means I have working drive. Sorry, hang on. We are so back. These are all of the thumbnail files I showed you earlier. I could view them in the software, but I couldn't view them on the computer. We are back. I have 2 copies of all of this data. Ooh. Hang on a minute. So this entire video was a massive waste of time.